Hi everybody. Okay, I'm Natalie. I'm the one who owns this channel. And yesterday I made a poll on my page, and then I was just like, oh, I just want to see the reactions for people to fan fiction, because specifically I have a future very big project upload that I am currently already making. As you know, I work with a wonderful person named Arwen whenever I make the Gremlin Saga stuff. Gremlin Epic the Musical stuff. I cannot talk. But the thing is, I wanted to gauge just how well everybody, knows about the fanfiction world. Because obviously at some point there is going to be a person who's like, yeah, I also at 13 discovered Wattpad, and I decided that I wanted to write stuff on Wattpad, or something like that. And at some point you would have at least come across something called an X-reader or self-insert, any of those. And so I made a satire fanfiction series. The issue is, this is so long that it has multiple universes, multiple books, and each book is 10 plus chapters long, depending on which book we're looking at. So at the moment, Arwen is in the middle of editing for book 1, and every single upload is going to be one chapter of book 1. Each chapter will be their own video, each book will have their own playlist, but then eventually I'm going to finish the entire universe, which is going to be 5 books for that universe. I'm getting so off topic. I'm going to explain what this is. So I made satire fanfiction. I based it off of essentially, you know what? I'm just gonna read my author's note that I put on Quotive, because I did that, and it explains everything really well. Let's see. Character bio. Fuck. Where is it? Oh, Shiatsu dogs. I accidentally went all the way to chapter 4. Oops. Natalie, please time skip this. Okay, I found it. Action. Okay. So this reads, hello everyone, this story is a satire reader insert, and I originally made this story on Wattpad, but I decided to extend it onto here on Quotive. I also posted it on AO3, because, yes. Everything on here is the exact same, except I have it on Wattpad, except for the spacing, because the spacing in Wattpad is weird. It is weird. It's double spaced. Technically quadruple spaced if I were to put it on a Google Doc. For everyone who found this first on Quotive, hi, I'm Natalie. No shit. And I like to read shit when I feel like it. In my junior year of high school, I made satire reader fanfiction because my friends and I read cringy fanfiction for fun during lunch. So I decided to make my own. Now, how this works is a little complicated, so bear with me. This is not a standalone book. There are multiple. I'm currently writing the climax for the second book. I finished the second book. Each book has its own YN, with their own personality and their own books that should reflect the type of person who would write that type of book. Now, for example, the bad boy fanfiction, like you're about to read, are made by young teens who just entered the fanfic community or are just highly hormonal and delusional. So, of course, they're gonna have grammar mistakes, peppy author notes, weird plot holes, and two-dimensional characters. So, this book 1 is made to sound exactly like that. So, I am currently a art history major, but on the side, I'd like to write a crap ton, and I've been told my descriptions are very fun and stuff. I think it's just the Tumblr humor, but bear with me. now that you get the concept of the story, now I have to explain the universe. Every book follows a different YN with a different personality and love interest. Google Doc just moved me. What? Every book follows a different YN with a different personality and love interest. So by technicality, oh, I have a grammar mistake. Ew. Disgraceful. Disgusting. Which one of you took a shit and didn't flush it? It wasn't me. Well, it was fucking one of you. Disgusting. Okay. Okay, YNs only have one thing in common. Their authors always try to make them an actual character with pre-made features instead of what they're supposed to be, a blank slate character for the reader to put themselves into. So I'm going to make them actual characters in each other's books. They will be separated by name and number, as in YN number 1 to YN number 2, YN blah 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 blah. But you will only be able to identify them if they have already gotten their own book. So in book 1, her name is Melissa, but we're going to call her YN because it's a reader insert. But we already know that she's dirty blonde and wavy hair and hourglass figure and her blue orbs. Yeah, that doesn't sound like most people reading the book. Because technically, I am also YN. Because it is your name. Natalie Chan is not blonde, blue-eyed. Not sure about the hourglass figure part. Because I had a malnourished childhood. But where the fuck was I going? Let's see. Yeah, so basically, Melissa is going to be named in every other book that isn't hers. And of every single new book, there will be a new YN, and so you'll see them in the background of every new book. So Melissa is going to be in the second book, and the second book's YN is named Serena, but we're going to call her YN in her book. But then in the third book, we have Heather, YN number 3. So she will be able to name Melissa and Serena in her own book, but not herself. Yeah. Okay, every book has their own alternative universe chapter. So, okay, book 1 has 9 chapters. However, the last chapter is alternative universe, where at the end of book 1's original plot, some stupid shit happens, and you're like, "Aw, man, this is so cringy." And then so you, basically, you go to the next chapter, and you're like, "Wow, YN suddenly has common sense and doesn't sound like an idiot." That's what the alternative universe is for. It's fan service. For myself. Because I wrote these for myself. But I wanted to share it with people. Why am I doing this bit for so long? Anyways, so I have multiple universes. Each of them is reserved for a specific world. Universe number 1, which is just number 1, that is the high school universe. High school universe means that every YN goes to the same high school or something. And universe number 2 is, I don't know, the fucking fantasy universe or something. I don't remember. But yeah, I guess that's... Oh yeah, and obviously every single book is their own trope. That means YN number 1 is like the pick-me 13-year-old that has no idea what the fuck she's doing with her life, but she suddenly, like, just is a Disney princess and crashes into a really hunk man, and she just, her whole life changes and she gets sold or something. I don't fucking know. I wrote this when I was in junior year, so I was like 16, and that was a very different time. Okay, what else do I have to say? I'm sorry, I'm really bad at making eye contact with the camera. That's why I usually don't show my face. little brother that I'm not going to name, please stop doing that. Yeah, fun fact about me, I'm an older sister. You done? Are you done? I'm gonna keep this in for shits and giggles. So I guess technically this isn't a fanfic. This is just a series, an original book series based on shitty internet experience. But yeah, I am currently writing the script for the audiobook for book 1 because I originally didn't have a script and I just read off of the book with my friends. There are clips of that on Arwen's Instagram and TikTok because she likes to clip them and occasionally I repost them. I don't currently... I have a TikTok and I have an Instagram, I just don't promote stuff on it because I'm really shit at making fast content. As you can see, this video is 11 minutes long already. Oh shit. Nothing happened. But I just feel like I need a whole ass video to explain shit and yeah. So I guess look forward to that because this series is my baby. We call it YN Saga, and then everyone is always like, oh, what's fandom is it based on? It's not based on any fandom. This is its own fandom, because I have at least 20 people who regularly check in with me on how is YN Saga? Oh, what are we doing right now? When is it gonna come out and stuff? And yeah, so it's a project. Yeah. So I'm just gonna continue making the script for now, but this was the really shitty explanation of this project. Stop grittying. Yeah, bye. Okay.